She promised she'd be faithful to me.
Oh, yeah.
She came on me. Say she take all my money. Oh, yeah. She take my car. Oh, yeah.
Keep
My
it free, boy.
virginity. Oh, yeah.
Oi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm crazy. Oh, yeah. Can't even speak. Oh, yeah. Can't even eat. Oh, yeah. I don't want to drink. Oh, yeah. I should have listened to mommy. Oh, yeah. I should have listened to poppy. Oh, yeah.
Man, this gal had got to take my ring.
Oh,
I
yeah.
nearly married the
Married the
golden.
golden.
Whoa!
I nearly
Nearly
married the
married
golden.
the golden. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That was such an exciting and spirit-filled way to open this next episode of Sun, and No Brought Up C. And if you are new to the page, new to the channel, new to the podcast, just by the music, you should tell. We're three Bahamians in three locations. I'm your girl Browse, who's here in Nassau, Bahamas, the 242, alongside Ebony, who is in Vancouver, British Columbia, in Canada. Say hey, Abs.
Hello. Hey.
Alongside Yuri, who is in Langston, Oklahoma, USA.
What's going on, buddy?
I just realized we vibing, Yuri.
Why are we vibing? What
We
do you
have
even
to be
do?
vibing.
True.
We vibing. He down south and I up north, so we vibing.
Oh, God. Turf
Y'all
wars.
trying to make Canada the 51st state.
We vibing.
Y'all say y'all don't want that lumber.
Okay.
And y'all threatening to turn lights off. Canada said bet.
Right? Doug Ford is legit my hero right now. So I said, do it. I will turn these lights off.
So,
a shit show.
Opening song, just want to give credit to our Bahamian artists. The opening song was Marry the Golden by D Mac.
Mm-hmm.
So if you interested in what that song was, you could find it on iTunes, you could find it on Apple Music, you could find it on YouTube. Okay?
Yep.
By D Mac, Marry the Golden. Right? And that song is all about what we're going to be talking about today. Relationships. You see, I wearing this splish splash shirt. This thing's about to get messy, right?
There's a doubt.
Things are about to get messy, and ain't nothing more Bahamians like to do than stay in each other, everybody else's business and talk about it. So that's what we want to do. We want to get in other people's business. So Yuri, before we get into other people's business, let's mind our own. What is the Bahamian word of the week?
The Bahamian word of the week is sweethearting. Sweethearting comes as an additional, an extra in a relationship. Usually in a relationship that has marital properties. So let's just say mommy and daddy, been together for years, and all I know is, let's just say Annie Palm comes to the house every other week, and mom be sucking her teeth this side and the next, and I don't know what's going on. I just know this Annie Palm. But yes, down the road, my cousin would be saying, "Oh, Annie Palm ain't really Annie, right?" I say, "Well, who Annie Palm is? Annie Palm is your daddy's sweetheart." So a sweetheart will be considered as like a missus or a concubine in a marital relationship. They come in all shapes, sizes, and definitely there can be more than one.
And genders.
Oh, yes.
In 2025, they can come in different genders as well. So they're like a mistress. They're like a mistress, right? So the Bahamian word of the day, sweetheart or sweetheart in. Or something.
Who really does sweethearting well? What I learned? The island people. Like, I know we're all islanders, but the outer island people,
they're very in your face.
They do sweethearting better than anybody else. I'll tell you that.
And they so bold with it because, like, the island's small. Like, this island's small.
They very in your face with it. There was one I showed Ebony when we went to St. Salvador for homecoming. That's in Salvador, Bahamas. My family from there. And there was one, she was the sweetheart to somebody's husband. And, they'd be going out this place, that place, everybody see them together. And she even went to the point to spite the wife that she got the man's name tattooed on her neck.
Yeah, child. Yes, Yuri. Yuri.
Okay. So,
Not the
sweetheart,
lick me spot.
I guess they saying the island and small, ain't enough man to go around, so we got to share, and you got to like it. Take it or leave it. I got you, man. I'll take your man.
No, I was thinking about ladies.
I was thinking, and you can't do anything about it.
I was thinking ladies. Oh yeah.
You can't do anything about it. That's I say, girl.
So
No, but the joke was with the Simsal thing. What Sherelle didn't even talk about was she said, "Watch here, this couple came in. Well, I'm actually everything cool. They came in. It wasn't the tattoo on the neck one. Couple came in and then they parted ways. This one gone to their thing, and then the wife gone to her thing, and I was like,
say what?
So,
listen, the way they talk about sweethearting, because I'm sure San Salvador is not the only island it happens on, but it's like sweethearting on the family islands, and when we refer to the family islands, that means the outer islands other than New Providence. New Providence is the Mecca of the Bahamas. So the outer islands are the ones with the smaller populations. And the thing with sweethearting on those islands is that, like you say, it's in your face. People accept it. People talk about it. They'll be like, "Child, you see so-and-so was there. Yeah, child, they been on last week." And people don't have no shame. They don't be no incognito about it. Like in Nassau, you have your little holes in the wall where you take them to a particular restaurant, you take them to a certain part of the island, you find a little hotel room. You don't want your wife or your husband find out about this. You try to keep that under wraps as much as possible. On the island, no, you can know I juice in your man.
Yeah,
you can know the two children who in the same class got the same daddy.
That's crazy work.
You can know that you also is my cousin / my daddy, because you's my cousin / my brother, because my daddy gone juice his wife Annie, or his wife cousin, or his wife sister,
some foolishness.
So like that's you related on both sides, right? So island life, where they say wild, because I have two sets of cousins like that. Where they are brother and cousin.
That's wild.
Because the daddy decided he could sleep with your mommy and your auntie. So yeah, it's yeah. I'm half brother, half cousin. Like no incest took place because he's not blood related to these women. But these women are related, and he decided to impregnate both of them. So the children that they produce are related on both sides.
That's crazy work.
You see why they say you gotta know who your daddy is? I need to know who your daddy is.
Bahamas, who your peoples is, who your daddy is.
Who your peoples is. Yeah.
Play around, your children can miss some chromosomes. Just letting you know.
Or get some extra ones.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't want people saying the child will do.
You don't want them saying that.
Yeah, Charlie ain't playing with no full deck, child. Famous islands. Famous islands. Let's go around the room and let's call an island famous for sweethearting. Who's going first?
An island famous for sweethearting?
Yeah.
Freeport.
Long Island.
I was going to say Long Island. Long Island or Eleuthera. Anything involving red woman.
I say Long Island.
You right.
Long Island or Eleuthera. Yeah, for me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I hear some stories from Long Island in breeds. I hear like a lot of stories from Long Island. Yeah. I never went though.
I never been Long Island either.
I need to go.
I always say supposed to go to all the different islands.
Yeah, they be
I've only been Eleuthera, Exuma, San Salvador, Anagua.
They be slaughtering goats over there. So I need to see that in person.
No, you.
Yeah, they hang it up.
No man, that's okay.
There's no big islands. That's good meat.
Yeah,
I know that's good meat. I just don't want to see it. I saw chicken getting killed, and that was enough. That was enough for me.
No preservatives.
Chicken running with no hair on its body.
Organic. That's good meat.
Need to see that.
Ain't no steroids. Nothing. That's good meat, girl. Or them wild hog. You catch one of them, that's fresh pork. That's
Oh
good
yeah,
meat.
I watched a pig getting slaughtered before too. That ain't it. I'm surprised I'm vegetarian.
And them boys, when they done slaughter that animal, they could crack open some bare season of that meat, throw that on the grill, like that
nothing
person
happened.
walking around 2 minutes ago, and they could
Like
put that
nothing
on the
happened.
grill.
Like you just didn't take this this animal out. Like what?
That's good meat. Because that's how all the people that survive. That's how our forefathers survive. Animals on the farm, you slaughter it when it's time to eat. But anyway,
along too.
We get sidetracked. Hold on, let's bring it back.
Sidetrack, bad. So if y'all get used to the show, let me bring it back to the intro. Let's bring it back to the intro, right? So we already got the Bahamian word today, and I'm sorry that I forgot to mention. If it's your first time to the page, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We are on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Radio for the audio listeners, and Apple Podcasts. So now that we got the formalities out of the way, Ebony said she had a video for us today that brought on this topic: relationships.
Relations. Yes.
Relations. Like
heavy on the relations. So this week, as I was scrolling through the TikTok and the Instagram, the IG, so this topic of monogamy came about, and I just don't understand it. If you in a relationship with somebody, I figure it's an A and B type of thing, but apparently not. So they then take monogamy and turn it into non-ethical monogamy non-ethical monogamy and ethical monogamy. I had to take time to go ahead and go to my best friend Google to go and figure out what the hell this is, because I don't understand why is it so hard to just A and B? So Google, my best friend, said that non-monogamy is a relationship style where partners agree to have multiple romantic or sexual relationships.
You said that's the non-ethical one?
No, this is non-monogamy.
Okay, it's non-monogamy. Okay.
Non-monogamy. Follow, girl. Follow. We in church now. We in church. Follow. Okay. The book of Google. Non-monogamy is a relationship style where partners agree to have multiple romantic or sexual relationships, while ethical non-monogamy, E&M, is the abbreviation. So when you E&M is a type of non-monogamy that emphasizes consent and communication. That's literally the same thing.
Open relationship.
That's literally the same thing.
So we just gentrified the term open relationship. I got you.
Boom.
Yeah. People just want to use words, you know. People just want to make up words. They want to make it into Merriam and Oxford. It's like, so he just sprinkled some more words on it for
boom. I was like, so y'all sharing. Y'all sharing. That's all it is. We just sharing. We sharing. I don't want to be tied down to you per se. We're in a situationship, because that's a term that I've absolutely loved. Situationship. We're not an A and B couple. I think that's what the people need to stop saying. We are not a couple. Because if me, you, Steve, John, Michael, all these people in this relationship, we're not in a relationship. We're in a situationship. That's what that is. So anywho, fiddle.
The video.
Coffee is who really disappointed me.
Coffee.
Tea, orange juice. What?
Kofi, man. From Girlfriend, from Girl Strip, sorry.
Girl Strip, Queen Sugar.
From Girl Strip, who was the love interest for Jada Pinkett.
Refresh me, girl, refresh.
Okay, so here is Kofi, Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome. Here was his view.
Picturing who you talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here was his take on.
I was asked to be at one point in a polyamorous relationship. Yes, I was.
The what?
Kofi Siriboe. He says he actively practices what they call, I never even heard of this, ethical non-monogamy.
It seems like sometimes monogamy feels like role play, and it sometimes feels restrictive. I see some blind spots.
There is nothing performative or role-playing about monogamy. So I feel Kofi, you got it mixed up, because you know when you see the blind spots, when you're doing it with a bunch of women, it's a lot of blind spots. You know why? Because you're juggling so many women, it's hard to see them clearly. But I do have to reveal something. It's so funny when I think about it. I was asked to be, at one point, in a polyamorous relationship. Yes, I was. Yes, Marco, I was asked.
Why you say that like that?
Don't nobody want me in between their wives. Yes, I was asked, Marco. It was an actor. He shall remain nameless. He's a brilliant actor. People do know him. And he was liking me, and he propositioned me. And this is what he said. He said, I have more than one woman. He said, I got more than one woman. I have my main girl, and I have 2 other women. And I would like you to be my 4th girlfriend. He said, this is what he said. And I'm sitting, like, we're sitting there doing a Zoom. He said, but you would be in 2nd position because I love my main girl. And I see her every weekend. Nothing gets in front of that. And I said, respectfully, it's way too much for me. But I love the fact that he was honest and upfront. He was so honest and upfront. I almost ended up in a daggone throuple. This one right here. So, wait a minute, hold on. It's not a throuple. It was a quadruple.
Okay, that's like, you
no,
gotta be able
actually,
to
it was a
count.
quintuple. That's what it would have been. It would have been a quintuple.
Yeah. I like the first comment. The first comment says, y'all done telling me too fine too many times.
Exactly. But whoever this was, who was in the crowd saying, what?
Now, what is hilarious? That's a soundbite right there.
What? That's crazy. You would have to do Sherry like that. What you trying to say? But then there's the next one. So here comes following up behind Mr. Kofi was Mr. Omarion. What is oh God, I really need to remember music. I really do. But here is Mr. Omarion following behind Kofi.
Yeah, Icebox B2K.
Boom. See?
So while Ebony pulling that up, can I agree with Kofi? I guess.
How are you agreeing with Kofi?
Here's my thing. If you could afford it, do it.
I don't even think it's a matter of affording
money, though.
It's not a financial where does it be financially? Well, here's all comes into play financially, physically, of course. Because if you got juggling all of them, you gotta perform equally, and then mentally and emotionally. So if you could cover all of those 4 quadrants, then I think you should be fine. Because if we look like way back in the day, in biblical times, King Solomon was a wise man, but he had many concubines, many sweethearts.
But God didn't agree with that, though. People assume people assume that because certain things took place in biblical times means it was right.
I mean, not to say that it was right.
In the Bible, that don't mean God agreed with it.
I never said that it was right.
Yeah,
but
because look how
it happened.
God was mad when David gone and killed a man's wife. Sorry, David gone.
He did kill
the wife. Man,
husband,
yes.
Put him on the front line because I done big up his woman.
Right,
that wasn't right.
That wasn't right. And I saw you bathing because he was outside, and I saw you bathing across the way there, and I was like,
I want that.
That look nice. I want to go take that. That ain't right because you named King.
Yeah.
My thing is with the whole polygamy, and this is what I also realize. Majority of the time, it's be men asking to be polyamorous, right? One, for him to say to be in monogamy is performative, is a total contradiction. Because if you in a quote unquote relationship with multiple people, you now have to be a chameleon. You are adapting to each of these personalities. So if anything is performative, it's that. Because they always use the rationale of this person speaks to this part of me, and this person speaks to that part of me, and this person. So each time you go with each one of these persons, you play in this particular part. So you done telling me you can't be vulnerable with person A. You can't be freaky with person B. You can't be a wildcat with person C. So each one of these persons, you taking on a different persona because they feed on
into
that
whatever.
particular persona. Whereas when you're in monogamy, I gotta take your crazy, I gotta take your vulnerability, I gotta take you when you're happy. It's like I gotta take you just as you are, and I have to accept it, right? But I feel like when you in polyamorous, you're definitely being performative, because are you really being your true self with all of these people? No, you're not, because you're literally telling me each of these persons feed a particular part of you. They will never know the entire you, because when they now get to know the entire you and they don't necessarily mesh with it, you're going to find another person to feed that part that A didn't mesh with. You constantly looking for the 20 when you have the 80. So to me, that's performative. And I just feel like people who want to be in open relationships or polyamorous relationships, it's not that they just want to be free of accountability. That's all it is. You don't want to be accountable to other people, or you don't want to be accountable to someone else. Because if I said me and you were in a relationship and me and you committed to each other, yeah, I thought it was reconnecting.
Yep.
What part did they cut off at?
Okay.
I don't know, but we lost you for like 10 seconds.
Oh,
So
I was
you
saying
like,
for him to say it's performative, it's like each person that you go to seek out, you trying to get them to mesh with that part of you that the person that you're currently with is not meshing with.
Right.
So you constantly looking for this person to cover a 20% while you have an 80. So you might present your whole self to this person and you be like, oh, I don't like your freaky side. So you're gonna find the wildcat to deal with your freaky side. Then when the person who dealing with your freaky side see all of you, inclusive of your vulnerable side, and they be like, you's a punk bitch. I ain't gonna deal with you with that part. So you can find a nice, sensitive girl who could be like, I like when he's vulnerable like this, That to me is performative, because you got to play a role for each of these persons. And my thing is people who, like, usually most of the time with polyamorous and open relationships, be men petitioning for this. And I just feel like people is going to polyamorous relationships because they just don't want to be accountable to somebody. It's all about accountability, as far as I'm concerned. It's like you don't want to be accountable to one person. It's almost like they feel like that one person is commanding them or telling them what to do. And I feel as if you were the right person you're supposed to be with, it doesn't look like accountability. It just look like y'all just doing your best to make each other happy. But I just
Pull
think for
tight.
some people,
Pull tight on that right there, because now I can bring this up so that we could hear what Mr. Omarion had to say.
Will say I'm in agreement.
these locks.
I don't
Right?
know all of the backstory of
Right.
those words, but I would say for me, being open is important, and
Okay.
also, the women just truly outnumber the men. You know, what I mean, and it's
So you're supposed to have, is this like an all-you-can-eat buffet over here?
No, let me.
Okay, go on and explain.
let
I'm
me
not
just say-
jumping on you.
Let me just say, it's only a few good men. It's only a few good men.
Right.
And whether or not it's a physical thing, we end up fostering the next generation as well. So why not have our queens, or the women? Because I was raised by all women.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Why not have our queens aligned with that? That it takes a village.
Boy, bye.
Shirley,
Boy, bye. It takes a village. No, you want to juice a village. There's a difference.
Okay, so I mean,
The gaslight needs to stop.
It takes a village.
It needs
takes a village.
to stop. Because
Okay.
if you ask these men, especially those who have daughters, if you ask them,
lost her again?
Okay, well, I mean, hey, if you want touch multiple women and it's consensual, don't do what you gotta do to be a man. I mean, I ain't have no issue with it. I have no issue with it. Once everybody could agree in the relationship in that unit at that time, everybody's different. So
I
yeah.
just feel like if you ask these men, if they, especially those who have daughters, if they would want their daughter to be in a polyamorous relationship where she is amongst other females and it's just one male, how do you feel about that?
You know who was asked that question? Nick Cannon was asked that question with that therapist lady who was calling him and Oh, I can see his face. Top
So
hat.
for the God, what's his name? The football player man who ran here.
Cam Newton. Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam Newton.
Nick and Cam Newton. That therapist who was calling him out on this same behavior, this whole multiple relationship thing. And the question was very simple. So you think it's okay to foster relationships with all of these women, like you said, this one getting you for this one does this for you, this one doesn't. He was like, of course, I would tell my sons to do this, no problem. So you agree that all these broken homes are fine. It's fine. But what about if your daughter did it? Immediately no. Then it's not okay. If you can register in your mind that you don't want your own daughter to do the same thing that you're doing, then clearly this ain't on the level. This is not on the level.
So why shouldn't a female get involved in a polyamorous relationship?
No. Again, the issue isn't about the polyamory. Like you said, I do agree with you. As long as everybody is on the same page, everybody come to an agreement and say, hey, we sharing, we good, boom, cool, fine. Y'all grown ups, y'all grown.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all want share this one doggy, go right ahead. Share the one doggy. Share it. Okay, you get them on Monday, I get them on Tuesday, you get them on Wednesday.
I ain't having
We
no
all in
custody battle
agreement.
over some dick, Ebony. I'm not.
Okay, we all agree to share the doggy.
I am not having custody battle over some dick. That makes no sense.
We
But
agree to share the doggy. There's 7 days in a week. Okay, 365 days in a year. We decide to share the doggy. So we split it evenly, and everybody comes to an agreement. Neo doing it.
You know what's the irony with that, right?
Neo
The
doing
irony-
it.
Yeah, he
Neo
has
has, like,
three
three
girlfriends.
wives.
Three?
No,
they
because
girlfriends. They ain't
4 or
wives,
5
they
now. I
girlfriends.
think he literally just posted a roster on Instagram this week, and there's like 4 of
Roster
them now.
is crazy.
But
4 or
the
5.
irony
It's a
in it,
roster.
but the irony with it is that, especially in the one where, okay, let me not just say male, female, but when there's one gender with multiple partners, so you have the male who have 4 or 5 girlfriends or whatever. It's just funny that as much as they don't want to believe in monogamy, the quote unquote commitment of monogamy, these 4 and 5 girlfriends
I don't know what's going on with her Wi-Fi today.
are only committed
Yeah, I
to
don't
this
know.
one.
I think the issue is that men are now making it like public,
Yeah.
and the general public isn't like okay with it. So what we like, and like how we to say like sweethearting, like even though sweethearting is like a public thing, it's still a taboo thing, and it wouldn't be like, it's not like ever broadcasted. Like sweethearting isn't like ever broadcasted. Like if you know, you know. So now men are like stepping into public platforms and saying, yeah, we doing
Gotta
this,
share
we
my
having
doggy.
multiple women, yeah, and y'all need to get on board. I feel like the general public is just not okay with that. And yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. I can't tell you how to feel about it, but
You're right.
man, taking on that platform now, publicly, is having the general public feeling some kind of way, and so we just have to, study their reactions.
Did y'all get the last part of my thing up?
No, you was cutting out
We
again.
stop
So,
right here, girl.
I
so,
got
so you said the reason men.
my mobile hotspot because I
She's
don't know
popping
what's
again, so
going
she'll
on.
check her connection.
My internet in the house
Yeah,
is
to check her
up and down
connection.
from last night.
But
To seen it.
But you know,
yeah,
too,
and what's
Yuri,
interesting too is the media is highlighting all of these persons as black men.
Okay,
that's what's
sorry.
literally giving me the ick. I
Okay,
hate that it's
so-
us.
Y'all
Why
can
would
hear
you
me
hate
now?
that it's us?
I
Why
do
would you-
hate that it's us.
Why would you hate that it's only black men taking on this platform of having these open
Y'all can see me?
collaborative
Sorry.
relationships? Yeah, we
Yeah.
can see you.
Oh,
Yeah, we can
sorry.
see
I
you
don't know if y'all
now.
can hear me or not. Okay.
Later.
I was like, the irony of it with the polyamorous relationships, especially when it's the male and especially when it's the male and multiple females, is like they like to use this narrative, oh, we don't want to be restricted or committed to just one person, or they don't like the commitment of monogamy, la la ray ray. But these women are only committed to you. If these women even dream to say, I'm going to find another man while I'm dating you, it's curtains.
No, you can't do that. You can't share
do
my
that.
donkey. You can't share my donkey.
you contradicting yourself. You saying you don't believe in commitment, but you are now making these women be committed to you. And you can bring in as many persons as you want into this scenario, but they have to stay committed to you. And even especially with the women who share, like I say, you having custody dates on doggy, don't make no sense. You now putting women into a pecking order. Because you see what Sherry Shepherd just said.
You'll be number two.
The man said, I have 3 women already. I have a man and I have 2 other women. He said, if I bring you in, you are now number 2, which means you just bring this person in and they're now going to be a step above the other 2, but not the main, right? You're going to constantly put these women in this inferred competition.
Ranking, yeah.
They will constantly see each other as competition. I don't care what you say. When my hormones start kicking up, you can't control that. And if I want my man to rule me over and I can't get it, I can get frustrated. And you expect me just to accept that. And like I say, and at the end of the day, I always tell people when they saw polyamorous relationships becoming a thing, I said, there's always going to be a favorite. There's always going to be the favorite. Why would I be in a scenario where I am never this man's favorite, or I'm never this man's priority, or I'm never this man's number one? I have to fight like I am flicking Flavor Flav waiting for a clock. This don't make no sense. I committed to somebody where I have to consistently compete with 3 or 4 other women for his attention. You got to be out your mind. That don't make no sense. As far as I'm concerned, people who in monogamy compete with enough as it is. We compete with jobs. We compete with family. We compete with all these things. And I must now compete with 3 other women within my circle? Nah. It's enough.
Your piece of the doggy, yes. And as long as we come to the agreement that your day is Wednesday, we're fine.
I want you to know, I would have somebody on the side.
We're fine. Stick to your day.
I would have somebody on the side.
Yeah, so we just have to figure out.
Back to your point, though. The reason I don't like that Black men are being highlighted is because, they always highlighting us in some negative way.
Right.
And this whole...
We don't commit to nothing.
Right. We don't commit to nothing. All we believe in is broken families and this and that and all these other ethnicities, families at the top of their thing, whether it's white, Latino, whatever, that families is most important. And here we are broadcasting that we out here sharing. We have children with multiple women. And I'm just like, why are we proud of this? Why are we proud of this? This isn't nothing to be proud of. This ain't nothing to be proud of.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm an example of that as well. Eddie had 5 women? Eddie had 5 women. 5 broken homes. Okay? Okay, Eddie had 5 gals. Why? Why? Papa was a Rolling Stone. Like he was the living embodiment of that.
And it imprints on a child's mind.
Okay?
It really imprints on a child's mind.
Yeah, because
trust me, it does.
You can't never, and I don't care what Nick and them say, you can't never put into those 8 homes. Because I can't even remember what number he up to now. I know it's like 6 gals and it's 11 or 12? 12 children. You could never say, oh, all of my kids are going to get my attention. That's not true. First of all, the only children who get your real attention is Morocco and
Monroe.
Because everybody else, back. Because Mariah called right now. You going?
He's doing TikToks with them, boy.
I'm telling you.
That's
is
crazy.
everybody else going to get the same attention? They won't. They will not. You just can't be everywhere for everyone all the time. It's impossible.
Christmas is a Zoom call? That's crazy.
I like crazy. That you're there for the big moments like birthdays, graduations, cool. But like being a daddy is more than that. You got to be present.
Yeah, and consistent.
Exactly.
And you have to have a certain level of influence on your child. So it's like you just chalk it up that I have a page, and I hate when people say that. or if he could afford it, he should do it. It has nothing to do about money, right? Because you have men who have big families, right? And they don't necessarily make grandiose amounts of money. But that time and attention that they give to their family means the world to them.
Yeah, that's priceless.
It's priceless, like you say. So it's like, it ain't about the money. It's like, what impact are you leaving on your children? That daddy, I had to take shift with my siblings. The fact that I have siblings and I can't even be in the same home with them is crazy.
Fact.
Everybody wants to grow up with siblings, right? I just know I have a sibling in this state and in that state, and we know of them, but we ain't grow up together. We just know that we share daddy. It's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, you become a factor when you amount like your peers, like when you're in school and they're talking about their sisters and your sisters, and you're gonna feel left out.
Yeah, it's like,
some
come
way,
on
shape, or
now.
form.
Exactly. And so that's my thing. Like, that's the biggest ick that I have about that. I don't want that, like, and it's a stereotype. And the thing about stereotypes is stereotypes are based on facts. So this is stereotype we living up to. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Let's do better than that.
Yeah, it's gonna be added to black men getting shot by police. Black men have multiple relations with multiple women, and they're proud about it. So yeah, so let's just wait and see who's gonna be the first white man to speak out on him being in an open relationship in that sense of like in the entertainment, when it's like music, TV, so on and so forth. Because we still have those reality shows.
I don't mind open relationships, mind you.
Right. I don't.
Like
I
I
have no
said,
issues with it, because if
but
you
when
like it, I love it.
But my thing is, with open relationships, I don't like, because a polyamorous relationship really isn't an open relationship, because they still have rules. They still saying it's only us in this unless we discuss inviting somebody else into it, right? If me and you are in an open relationship, that's okay. I'm free to date this person. I'm free to date you. Free to date that person. Whatever the case may be. Me and you still have a connection. Whatever the case may be. I don't set no rules on you. You don't set no rules on me. And 9 times out of 10, we probably ain't producing children either, right? But it's like, when you now bring in children into the mix, it's like, really? We want to talk about, we don't want to commit, or you fair commitment in monogamy, but you commit the whole human for life? That's another thing what is boggling my mind. When I hear a black man be like, oh, they don't want to get married because it's too much of a commitment, but you can make like 5 children.
Yeah.
I can sign divorce papers. I can't get rid of DNA. I need to understand. It's like, y'all don't make sense. You trying to tell me having a child is a lesser commitment than having a wife? That is insanity. And I should tell you how they look at fatherhood. Like, I can just pass it off to the mother and she'll have to deal with that. Not my problem. They
crazy.
literally see fatherhood as a smaller commitment than marriage. And that's insane. And
Yeah, that's not right. That's something I don't stand for, buddy.
So, like I said, open relationships, if we discuss that we are not just exclusive to each other, and you can go date and I can go date, blah, 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 just be careful. Don't bring home no diseases to me, X, Y, and Z. Boom. But when you now saying be in an open relationship, but you can't step out, it's just me and you all four, and you got to get permission, or not even permission. I can let y'all know when I bring it in a fifth, and y'all can't go nowhere. And yeah, we can have children. I can have 5 with you, 4 with you, da 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 da. And that's is when it's be like, this don't make sense. This don't make sense. And you know what else don't make sense? DDG. Let's get into this Negro who doing the most. So, as everybody has seen over the weekend, Holly and DDG are going viral. And of course, all for the sake of baby Halo. I can see your halo. And I think DDG took that Beyonce song to a whole nother level, because he wants everybody to see this Halo, because this baby always on the internet. That baby done been memes before he could talk. And that is crazy. So he went on Twitch, on his streaming podcast, to inform the public of how he says Holly is not letting him see his baby whenever he wants, that she's keeping his baby from him, that he drove 3 hours to come see the baby, show up to the house, and she told him no because he said he could have stayed in her basement, because whatever the case may be, to see the baby, all this la la riri, right? So, you're always going to have the left and the right side of the debate. A lot of men came on like, yeah, this is why fathers don't try, because why is she keeping his son from him? X, Y, and Z. And then you had the women be like, if it's such a big of a deal, why don't just carry her to court? If it's so serious that she's quote unquote keeping your child from you, why are you not carrying her to court? And people are like, you know why he's not carrying her to court? Because he's a damn liar. Because the court, now have to produce evidence. And everybody's like, what you mean you ain't seeing this baby? Every time you have this baby on the internet.
Social media, yeah.
You documenting, and this is the irony. You documenting every time you have this child. So what do you mean you don't ever get to see this child? You document it. They even posted a video of him saying to somebody he admits that he uses his baby for clickbait and for clout. He said there are certain videos he posts with the baby because he knows this is what people like and this is what people want, whatever, and he'll post it. Right? So you documenting all this nonsense to turn around and say, oh, she don't let me see my baby. So the realty, let me say the realty, allegedly, Holly did a video during the same week where she said her and her baby are currently sick with RSV, which is a very serious condition to have at the moment. It's something like a flu or whatever, but you more immunocompromised. So you got to keep from the public, So, because your immune system is very compromised. So if you pick up any bacteria, it could be like very detrimental. So you got to stay indoors, like isolate. And he showed up. You didn't call. You showed up to this woman's house. Even if she wasn't sick, I ain't care. Because where you just going to run up on my house, you ain't call. And you don't, but you come to pick up the baby. Excuse me? And then you could say, oh, you could stay in my basement. Me and you ain't together. Why you feel like you could just show up to my door and believe I just can let you in or whatever? Why you feel like you have this access to me? And that's what a lot of people's like, dude, you lying. You just want access to this woman. Because it ain't nowhere, nobody right mind, if you're sharing custody of a child, that you just show up and say, oh, you want to see the baby. And when she say no, you throw a tantrum and be like, oh, she keeping the baby from him. No, you violating an agreement. That's what you're doing. So that is what's been trending for the last weekend with DDG. So people's like, if it's so serious, carry the woman to court. And there's like, no, he's not going to carry her to court because the evidence will prove that he has been seeing his child. Holly hasn't spoken out about it. Oh, and even it takes it a bit further. Because people were like, oh, they didn't want to talk too fast to be like, oh, he's using this for clickbait. He's using this for clout, X, Y, and Z. He made a diss track.
Yeah, guys.
I was going to ask if he's bringing out new music. I was just about to ask if he's bringing out new music.
He made a diss track about Holly. Saying, don't take my son away from me. He's the only thing I have. And then somewhere later on in the lyrics, he said, oh, she say she's moving on, but she's not. And how them two used to have dealings and he used to make it cream. And so this about your son or the fact that you ain't with this gal no more.
Right.
And that's all it is. This girl ain't on your run no more. And you looking for attention. And that's all it is. And you trying to use this baby as bait, or you trying to use this baby as a reason as to why this girl don't want to deal with you no more.
Man, there's a line in there saying, she says she moving on, but she not.
That's crazy.
Baby, why you out here begging like eat sweat? Stop it.
She don't want you.
Stop it. She don't want you. She don't want you. She don't want you no more.
So he's looking for clout basically all around. He's trying to get it from all directions.
And he said, oh, he don't want to take her to court because he don't want to get messy, and the court is going to ask you your business and dig deep. But you brought this shit to the internet, though.
Right.
Yeah, he needs a better marketing strategy. Or just be a better artist. Yeah, just be a better artist. And so you wouldn't have to use all of these tactics to try to promote your music. Just be a better artist. Just be a better
Honestly, I didn't even know he was a rapper until he and Holly started dating, because people was like, she shouldn't date him. He's only a YouTuber and whatever. And people say, oh, he have money because he does music or whatever. I say, who is this dude? DDG. Never heard of him. I was like, I guess. So, the more you know.
I think that's relationship. You got to be careful who you lay down with.
Soul ties. Soul
I
ties.
tell you gotta be careful who you lay down with.
Let me say, child, you gotta make sure who you make baby with. Be careful who you make baby with. Toddy ain't play. I see too much things in Nassau, but I had to take her to court. She carried my child. He don't come round. It's like, y'all knew this when y'all saw these red flags.
Did they know?
Red flags.
Y'all saw the red flag. Y'all saw the red curtain. Y'all saw the red sheets.
Spray them balls.
Okay.
Y'all still spray them balls. Y'all took that chance. Be like,
I was like ASAP.
Y'all spray them balls.
Spraying these balls.
And you hear fellas be like, I know she was like this, and I had a pregnancy scare before, and I scared to get to have a baby by her, but then you still turn around and get her pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So you wasn't that scared?
Skin that.
It's amazing how people.
Oh my god!
It's amazing how people be like, I ain't sure, but this person that I with,
right?
I ain't sure if I won't be with them.
So are you staying?
You won't
but you let them spray them walls though,
right? It's all
you
good.
go there and spray them walls. This guy crazy, buddy.
Mm-hmm. And they like to say crazy Tonky is good Tonky.
And then you say spraying these walls. Like, no man, that's what you want. That's what you want. And I'm just looking at him like,
you wanted to smoke. You was right
Y'all
here.
can say
I said there's Ron. They wanted to smoke because they was Ron here playing with the matches.
And then when they be like, I don't know, they be calling the baby mothers and they baby daddies all kind of names. Be like, they wasn't up when y'all was laying down together.
Okay.
You didn't know this before?
Okay.
Like they didn't show you they was crazy from before? Because I sure they did. You just chose to overlook it.
Mm-hmm. See, the same one's calling them daddy, not calling them daddy for real. Play around. Right here, speaking things into existence. Stop it.
No, that's weird.
Okay.
Women calling their significant other daddy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, mommy. Nah, look. Now you got him.
That's creepy. I ain't calling my man daddy.
That's
right. Get bad. Honey, no.
Sweat.
Yes, daddy. That's what the boy is saying over here. Yes, daddy.
Man, wait, that was a joke this week, and I can't remember whose TikTok that was. They said, you know why gals is calling men daddy? Because they know they ain't gonna stay. I said,
ooh,
that's sick.
Whoa.
I was just gonna say if daddy issues.
Sick of stay. Oh, flip. That one hit in the
Man, that hit like a thunderburst. I said, wow.
Hey, daddy.
I said, wow.
Hey, daddy. No.
Oh,
no.
So that's what I should
Daddy's home.
I say, daddy's home.
I should probably talking about Diddy in that song.
Allegedly. Sprinkle that there. Allegedly.
Because I don't need nobody come after me.
Diddy got lawyers quitting and thing.
Okay.
I was like, wow.
All kind of speculations.
He's a whole season of SVU. These heinous acts will be investigated by elite staff. Officers known as Special Victims Unit. These are the stories. Boom, boom.
They have episodes with him getting the police and thing involved. All kind of dirty cops.
And Finn got to go look. You know, I got this dude on 27th. You know, when I used to be in narcotics, he got to help me out. You know.
Oh god.
They need the time episodes for the yachts. So everything was happening on the yachts too. Oh Lord.
Speaking of effing around and finding out, right?
Oh, Jesus.
What's starting the trend again? Nelly and his ex. What's the first name? Chantel Jackson. I wasn't aware of why they broke up, right? I only saw like pictures of his demeanor when he was with her versus when he's with Ashanti. He was all serious with her and all smiles with Ashanti. So it's starting to resurface again why they broke up. And the reason why they broke up was she said that she wanted to give him space, thinking that he will circle back and come back to her. She fucked around and found out, because my boy said, okay, you gave him enough space that he went to his ex, get married, and had baby. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Okay? You didn't want to use your adult words. You know, I always tell people we want to do adult things, but we don't want to have adult conversations. How hard it was for you to have a conversation with this man and say, listen, this is what I'm looking forward to in this relationship. I expect, by this time we should be married. We should be talking about kids. This is what I look for. This is what I'm looking for in the long term, whatever the case may be. No, you wanted to play games, and I don't be into that. And I don't even. And speaking of playing games, I always hate this phrase when people say, "I'm the prize." If you hear men and women saying that now, "You're the prize. You're the prize. I'm the prize," and I'm like,
I just hear Serrani playing my ass right now.
You know what the prize is? The prize is a result of playing a game.
Yep.
And that's all you're around here doing. Playing games and calling it relationships. It's like, nah, stop playing games. Y'all adults getting y'all wall sprayed and y'all back broke out every other night. But y'all can't have a conversation?
I mean,
that is what is boggling my mind.
They be talking y'all dirty.
Paying bills, getting dick down, getting swallowed up. But you swallowed. Swallowed. But you can't say, well, in 3 years, I think we should be married by then. You know, what's your thoughts on marriage? What's your thoughts on kids? And if they can't give you a definitive response, I think that's
time for you
grounds enough to be like, okay, we need to walk away from this. I can't give you what you want. You can't give me what I want or need. Let me say that. So we just walk away. But no, y'all won't play games and then get y'all feelings hurt and be like, oh, he should have known. He should have, or she should have known. Who the frick psychic around here? Ain't nobody have time for this. And that's what is annoying me. Playing games. So what's your thought is on that?
Yeah, don't be playing my emotions.
With a relationship has always been, don't waste nobody's time.
Nope.
Don't waste nobody's time and don't play with nobody's emotions.
Nope. Don't be playing in my face because it'll be a vibe.
Child. If you only in it for some twinkie or some doggy, then say that. Lay cards on the table.
Quotations are nice.
Okay, lay cards on the table, but to string a person along knowing that your only intention was, I'm just looking for a good time, not a long time, not quality time, just a good time.
And what's so funny? I'm sure there's a part of you in your development that has developed a thought process around marriage, thought process around kids. You should have already known by now. Do you want to get married or nah? Do you want kids or nah? You should already have some idea about that part of your life. So for you to be going into relationships and you saying shit like, let's just see how it goes.
Playing around with time.
And bloop, you're blocked. One of my favorite TikTokers, I need to get his name. He has a series of when women spot red flags. And he's be riddling off all these things men is be saying. So like he's be playing both roles, the male and the female. And he's like, oh, I just want to see where things be going. Bloop! And you're blocked. We're not gonna do that today. The audacity.
No, boy. My favorite now is, what's the name from London? Shy Forever? Next. You remember that show on MTV? Yeah. Girl, she bringing that back. Next.
Yeah.
Stop playing around. Y'all playing around with your time. Like, your time and emotions. Why?
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that, because
time is stressed heavily on the time.
Time is priceless. You can't get that back.
You can't get that back. You can't get them years back.
I think you only, but You literally only a mist of vapor, and you really got time to be allowing somebody to take up but 45% of your mist? No, get out of here. Mm-mm. You
Money I
only
can
on
make,
here on
Bob.
this earth for a blink, and you allowing this person to be a part of your blink. No.
Yeah.
No.
Stop playing with
Yeah.
your little bit of time. Is you only have limited times. Get out of here.
But you know who wasn't wasting time?
My juice.
Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa.
That's crazy. Nah.
Allegedly.
Was it him or was it Tiana? I feel like it was Tiana though.
I mean,
Well,
like,
she
he got
aggressive,
that
but I like
traction.
that.
He got that traction, and he said, "But the bag a body." He about the bag a body. Ebony, pull up the picture from IG, because this is how the tea came out after the Oscars. They posted on IG this black and white picture.
She said, "Let me show y'all what time it is." Okay,
Like, they haven't officially said that they are a couple, but they've been cited at different events. And this picture could speak volumes, but they really haven't said that they are a couple.
Look at this.
It really gives promotional, like we want to shoot a movie or we doing a project together. But I think they like the fact that people are still speculating. Yes.
Come on now. Come on now.
No, I don't see it.
Can we talk about this?
You don't see
can we talk about that?
I don't see it.
You don't see what?
I may be surprised, but I don't see it. Let's look at the
See
first
what?
picture again. I don't see a connection between the two. I could be wrong, but let me see. Let's see the first one. Yeah, it isn't. Yeah.
Body language ain't giving it your.
Yeah, the body language ain't given, because I would like have his hands in his pockets. You see, like hands say a lot.
I think, like I said, this is
Yeah, they could be working on something together.
right.
Yeah.
And this was posted the night of the Oscars.
This one is very telling. Now, if we going by body language, hers is saying,
I want
"Look
you.
at me, Mufasa. Look at me." It's saying, "Pick me, pick me, pick me." And he's
But
like,
the caption,
"I don't know if I
though.
got time."
What the caption is, what it's saying, what Tiana saying.
Oscar night in
night
black,
in black and white.
no gray area.
area.
Plenty gray girl.
She's
Little
trying to say
spacing.
this in the lines ain't blurred here. This is what it is in black and white.
Okay, now this is a bit.
These Grammy shoes she got on made me laugh. Though.
No.
When you go with these silver shoes, these are real Baptist shoes right now. You got on there. But anyway,
these kitten heels.
It's giving April and fall winter collection.
Women's Day.
Yes. Baptist Day March.
Baptist Day March.
Women's Day. Where you going these silver shoes, girl?
Yeah.
But Aaron Faith still has any emotion, so like
and he shaved his beard. Everybody's like, "No, you need to bring the beard back. We need it back. We need it back."
Yeah, this have to be a production.
It's given project.
Yeah.
Right? But they haven't denied nor confirmed said speculation.
Right.
So how would you feel if they actually are a couple?
I'm for it.
They have some pretty babies.
Yeah, I'm for it.
Some bone structure babies? They have some bone structure babies. Okay.
How much kids Tiana have? Just one? Just one girl?
She have two.
She have two?
She have two girls.
Okay.
That one
And
is literally her copycat, and then the next one that's homeboy copycat.
I think there is some truth to it because her ex-husband, what's his name? Iman?
Iman Shumpert.
He came out and said something.
What?
He was talking about how he kicked himself out of the house because they wasn't getting along or whatever the case may be. It was like, all these years y'all been divorced. Now these pictures pop out. You want to pop out and have something to say? Why go sit down? Y'all always try to stake these women's light. I so hate that. Him, Future, Offset. Y'all is be mad these women moved on. And y'all is be out here crashing out. That's a new term. Crashing out on the internet. Y'all is put up y'all. Let me pull up my camera and have words. All of a sudden.
Just gotta let that go.
These women just move on with their lives because y'all expect for them to be sitting down.
waiting.
Oh, he don't want me. He don't want me.
He don't want me no more. Y'all want them to come crawling back. And thing is, it's like you dated this woman, or you was married to her. You considered her a body. Did you not? You considered her a body. You chose to date her, have children with her, marry her, everything. Why you think somebody else wouldn't consider her a body? And now that she going out and find somebody who consider her a body, you and your feelings.
Yeah, you
I
might.
find the videos when I'm crashing out. I find the videos.
Let's see.
Find the videos when I'm crashing.
I want to see.
Boy, why you crashing out? He look like he in bed.
Oh yeah, he look musty. He did look
like
musty.
you in bed. Wee.
Y'all okay?
Oh.
You see, look like he in bed.
For Tiana's new relationship with actor Aaron.
Wait, part 1?
Crashing out big time since Aaron and Tiana made their relationship official. Well, Aaron and Tiana are the new it couple in Hollywood, and Iman is crashing out over it. So in case y'all missed the insanity that went down during Iman and Tiana's divorce back in 2023, it was crazy. It was a hot-staking mess. Iman did Tiana dirty during the divorce proceedings, tried to get full custody of their kids and tried to get everything back that he gave her during their relationship and marriage, and cheated on her with so many women that we lost count of. It was a hot mess. But now that Tiana is finally moving on with a new man, well, as expected, Iman is jelly. And there are new reports that he is trying to take the kids away from her out of spite and to punish her. Y'all, this is about to be a hot mess, so let's break it down because it's insane. Now, Tiana Taylor officially filed for divorce from Iman in 2023, and at first, she did her best to keep things looking peaceful. She assured everybody that their split was mutual, just a case of two people growing apart. But that carefully crafted image didn't last long. The moment the legal battle began, it all hell broke loose. And there was a way for things to...
Come on, TikTok.
No, that's okay. Yeah, come on, seconds left.
Come on, TikTok.
Yeah, so I got loads. I don't know why these fellas. It's like they just expect these women to turn into spinsters.
The gift he had ever given her for their decade together. We're talking about everything from jewelry to a whole condo he once bought.
She's a whore.
She's a what?
The level of pettiness was off the charts, but he didn't stop there. As if demanding his gifts back wasn't extreme enough, to claim a share of the royalties from her music, specifically projects that she released before they even crossed paths. Typically, divorce settlements only deal with assets acquired during the marriage. So him going after her earnings that she made long before he was even in the picture is beyond ridiculous. It's giving brokey. But if you thought that this was messy, just wait. It gets even.
Guess what? Journey Smollett going through the same thing.
Who?
Her ex said that he wanted the money from her being a child actor. Like, they splitting up, and he is like, yeah, you need to run me them coins from when you was a child actor on Full House Girl. Run them coins. I was like, really, boo? Really?
Yeah,
it is giving brokey.
Brokey.
It's brokey.
Yeah, it's giving broke. Yeah.
Worse, because Iman actually went to court trying to lower his child support payments. Again, brokey. At the same time, he was already paying only $8,000 a month for their daughters, Rue and Judy, which came out to around $4,000 per child. Not sure that might be a hefty amount for some, but for someone in the celebrity world, it's actually on the very low end. And yet, despite all that, Iman still had the nerve to ask the judge to reduce it. Well, Tiana must have seen this move coming a mile away, because her legal team showed up strong and ready. They came armed with receipts, proving that Iman was out here spending way more than $8,000 a month on himself without a second thought. Basically, that child support payment wasn't putting a dent in his finances, and he just didn't want to pay it. But Iman tried to claim that he deserved to pay less because he earns way less than Tiana makes, claiming that Tiana's gross monthly income before taxes is $93,885, nearly double the $47,981 he says he brings home. Go give Tiana.
I guarded Kobe in the garden.
It's giving brokey.
Yeah, he's just digging his ditch deeper by responding to these
Like,
claims.
you shouldn't respond. You can't be out here
if
mad
anything-
when you decide to part ways. You can't now still try to hold that person down. Like you say, like Future and Sierra. Like, even though they weren't married, he had that child. But the very second this next man stepped into the picture, something that you didn't even want to do. Let's be 100. You didn't care about the child named Future, okay? Because you know you already had your other children, and you was taking care of them. And the only thing that he wanted to do was be Future's financial aid. I didn't want to be daddy. All right, let's keep it a buck. Like, can you count how many times you've seen your son spending time, again, FaceTime, not just money, FaceTime? How many times you've seen this child? But then the very second Russell Wilson step up, wasn't just stepdaddy, but daddy, present figure for this child. Oh, he's this. Oh, he tried to break up home, and this is the. Oh, what? Why? What? Yeah. And then for all the other men out there calling him corny. Why? Why is he corny? Because he out here doing a job that y'all would never do. It's given brokey. It's given brokey.
He's a simp. He's a
simp. And I hate that. He's not a simp. He's not a simp. He's a man. He's a real man. Okay? I out here taking care of your child, and you mad. You mad.
With the matching jerseys.
Okay? He wants to spend more time with me than you. That's a you problem. If you stepped up, this wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. It has always been a deflection. And like I say,
oh, he's stealing my son.
Y'all like and all of these cases are these men putting women through the ringer. You cheat on them, you ain't paying for things, you get them pregnant, you ain't doing everything for the child, right by the child. And when and 9 times a day, you probably done tell her, well, I don't want you no more. And as much as she may have fought for that relationship to work, she finally decide I can take a hint. Right? And when she decides to move on, oh, she's a hoe. Oh, she was never there, son. This dude, it's like, but I thought you didn't want. That's like what all said. You don't call this woman who was your wife, who ain't been with nobody but you, give birth to your 3 children. You done cheat on her multiple times, and people are very aware of it that you cheated on this woman multiple times, and she tried her hardest to make this work. And you went over there and said she's a hoe. She do this, she do that, X, Y, and Z. And when she finally decide, here, see your divorce papers.
Yeah,
sign it. You don't want to sign the divorce papers for the woman that you say you don't want no more. You say you don't want her no more, but you don't want to sign these divorce papers. You put no posts on Instagram about your new girl better. Mm-hmm. But you still focusing on your ex-wife. Well, not even your ex-wife, but your baby mother, who you say you don't want no more. Sign the papers and move on with your body.
You have to remember, Cardi is not a baby mother. A baby mother requires certain things. Me and you had this child outside of marriage. I'm not your baby mother. I'm your ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife.
And she gave you the papers.
I'm no baby mother. I'm not. Like, call her what she is. She's about to be your ex-wife. But I still made you a mother, though. I was your wife.
You got treated my kids as to say your value done drop. You know, man, gonna want you. So whatever. And now that she with this boy who would probably eat you for lunch.
7 days.
And I know he piping that down, because when they showed that video with her coming out the car and her hair like this and them titties is half up, he's like, ooh, she had a time. Okay, you stop freaking yourself right out.
He was hot. What you mad for? And he looked better than you.
You told nobody wanted her.
Who does she with now?
The football player.
Stephon Diggs. That's his last name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got her.
Good looking dude too.
Real money. Real money, okay? And that man look good.
Okay. He look good.
And the thing is, people was like, oh, she wrong for dating him. And that was another thing that pissed me off about that situation, when people were like trying to demonize her for moving on with her life, or trying to move on with her life. And people was like, oh, she need to realize she's still married to a dude who don't want to sign divorce papers. I didn't give you my lawyer to issue you these divorce papers. On top of that, the two of them never came out and said that they are officially a couple. They never came out and said that they are officially a couple. So whatever people was like, oh, she dumb to be dating him because people are talking about him. That he's a whore.
Come on,
they look alike.
Side by side.
No, they don't.
No, Yuri. This is the downgrade, and then this is the upgrade. This is dial up, and this is fiber. Okay. Don't do that. Offset is definitely dial up.
This a dope jacket too.
Okay.
Why she dating him? Because everybody know he is Bebo Town or whatever, but they never came out and said that they are an exclusive couple.
Right.
They ain't never said they could
just be having a rotation right now.
They could be exactly. They could be having fun. They never said they was in a committed relationship. So I just said like people trying to demonize her for trying to live. Y'all want her to be this battered, bruised woman with 3 kids, with a husband who treating her like shit, and no, I got too much money for that.
Yeah,
they want her to be sitting down in the bell tower. Woe is me.
Singing Mary J. Blige. I'm going down. That's what y'all want.
Okay. She going down all right on him.
Because you ain't. You need to, Ebony, find that video with her coming up the car, man.
I know she be sucking that good.
Find the video with her coming up the car, Ebony. And they tell you that wig was twisted like Effie, like Meg said, that wig twisted like Effie. And one of her titties was like halfway out.
Yeah, I know Cardi is a eater. I know that.
And they say, boy, y'all see the way she skipped up them steps in the penthouse? Bro.
He had a time. You can't tell me this woman had a time.
Find that video. Listen to me. Because they've been spotted like in clubs and all that stuff. Okay, so people speculating.
Yeah.
Man, Yuri ain't got the TikTok, so we gotta make sure he see these videos.
Yeah, I gotta see these.
Look at this.
Watch it.
On Valentine's Day, it's crazy.
Look. Oh. See the
titties? Titties was loose.
For something.
She was looking for her phone.
Hair all disheveled. Boy, y'all had a time last night.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Watch it, she started skipping up the stairs. Ooh. Come, child.
Bloop, bloop. Walking light up. She's on rainbows.
Wait, play it again. Look at her face. That's the face. I just got a good dick. Look at her face. Play.
Yeah, she calm.
Like, I just need to rest. Look at him. Look, I just need to rest, baby. I died. And that's it. She just gets some neck.
But he's younger than her though.
I'm walking on sunshine.
What, like, I think so. I think he only like in his like early 30s. How old Cardi is?
Probably not early 30s.
She ain't old.
Cardi early 30s.
Okay, so
Belcalis, Almanza, Belcalis.
I feel like she's just acts mature for her age. I feel like she's like pushing like 35, 36.
Belcalis is 32.
Okay, she's 32?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
They both like, yeah, but she's still older than them. I think you're like maybe 29.
I think he might be 28 or 29. Nope, he's 31.
31, yeah.
Oh God, girl, get that. Girl, she's still young. And you know it's so funny with a situation like that, especially if he's a guy who may not want kids.
Mm.
She already has 3 kids, and they're young.
Right.
Like they're still young couple. They still be considered a young couple. So we could still have an active dating life, and I don't have to be concerned about if you want more kids. Right? That is if she wants more kids or not. But I'm just speculating. But in certain situations like that, at that age, we don't have kids. It'll just be me and you, eventually. Mm-hmm. You still young? Take it over time. Take it over time. They gonna have a time.
Valentine's Day, he in his red, she in the white.
Tipping, girl. Tipping.
Tipping up them stairs. She was walking on sunshine. Walking on sunshine.
People's like, why he didn't walk her to her door?
Because he probably couldn't. Legs were shaking.
They might have an agreement. I ain't ready to meet my kids yet. Something like that. You never know.
You don't welcome me to my door. Stop deterring wondering who you are.
You ain't my daddy.
No. That's just mommy's friend.
The baby named Blossom.
Don't be answering no questions.
What, lozenge?
What is your name?
Blossom.
Oh, because my hearing.
You say lozenge?
I was about to. I wouldn't put it past her to culture wave and
yeah, she
lozenge. I'd have been like, what?
Awesome. She finally did show the baby on the internet.
She did. It looked like Culture Them too.
She didn't really show her in the face like that. She showed her like in the bed playing with her siblings.
Because Wave
Wave
was
and
literally Culture Part 2.
Culture. Literally. It's like she gives birth to the same baby twice. Literally the same baby.
I don't know if this one could be dark.
I just mad with the whole Offset and Cardi B relationship is because she used to take care of his other kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She never left them out. So Culture and Wave used to be with their siblings. When it was their birthday parties, they going on family trips, all this stuff. She took those kids with her.
No, but it wasn't only just events. Those children were there. Like she said that she made sure to maintain a good relationship with the other mothers. And I think that's what you should do. No matter what went on before, whatever. And that's always been my viewpoint. Children are innocent. Let's all be adults about this. And let's let the children grow up together, eh?
Yeah.
Children innocent. You can't be bringing children into grown up affairs. The children need to know who one another is. Next thing you know, the children end up grown, and next thing you know, you all show up to a party. Oh, this is my girlfriend. This can't be your girlfriend.
But the best Cardi line in this whole thing was when she put on Twitter. She deleted it. Will X when she say, "I ain't arguing with no nigga I had fingers in."
Let me tell you something.
Why she delete that dog?
Fingers.
Why we come back from that? Just you come back from that.
And she's have long nails.
That's the first thing people said. The nails, though.
She's have long fucking nails.
That was the first thing.
Imagine this girl had these things on her neck. What?
Say, I ain't arguing with no nigga I had my fingers in.
Fingers
in.
plural.
And my girls come with receipts. When she get into an argument, she is coming with receipts. She petty. She's coming with receipts. I don't even know why Austin thought he could get into a dog fight with her. He's like, nah, bro, you ain't ready for that smoke. You should have known the woman you married.
No, that's a New York girl, New York girls ain't playing. These New York girls don't play.
Anti Caribbean. There was too much.
Yeah.
That was too much.
Yeah.
You was playing with fire. Oh Jesus.
So
have we learned nothing from Chris Brown? Don't play with them Caribbean gals.
The moral of the story is have adult conversations.
Yeah, man.
Be careful in these relationships. Like God, he say, be careful with me.
With
you
me.
want him. Don't waste people's time.
Don't.
Stress that. Don't waste people's time. But you know where you could waste time? Watching this podcast. Yes, please subscribe to this episode of Sun, and No Brought Up C on YouTube. You can find us on our TikTok page. You can find us on Apple Music, Apple Radio, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. And it was a lovely, lovely episode. And I thank my friends who are with me in Toronto. Not Toronto, in Vancouver and Langston, Oklahoma. And we out this bitch. Wrap it up!
Girl.
Yeah, they don't be doing that around here.
Love you, girl. Do you feel the same?